Feeling down and dirty, feeling kinda mean. I've been from one to another extreme. It's time I had a good time, I got time to wait. I wanna stick around till I can't see straight. Fill my eyes with that double vision. No disguise for that double vision. When it gets through to me, it's always new to me. My double vision gets the best of me. Yeah! Well, this episode is called Double Visions after all. I couldn't resist doing that one. Oh my gosh, wow. I probably butchered that pretty bad, or maybe did pretty good on it. Who knows? Golly. Anyway, back to bigger and brighter things. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Seanman 247, welcoming you back to more the game Back to the Future. Of course, that is what I'm playing. Last time when I recorded this game, well, Marty was captured and thrown into the Citizen Plus program. But we were able to break on out of there and rescue Citizen Brown, or rather Doc in this case. And we tried making our escape, and in this video, we're going to continue exactly where we left off and showcase the rest of how this escape goes. Are you ready? Let's go! Hiding in the trash. Good job. So, what was Edna doing to you?
What was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh.
Pretty harsh indeed.
Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Well, why'd you marry Edna anyway?
Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
True. Ooh! She gave him a nice slap. Well, anyway, what do we do now?
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
George. Oh!
All right, Dad.
That was a nice shot there, George. Gotta give it up to him. He punched him like he did Biff in the first movie. So where is the DeLorean anyway?
Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
I love how it didn't show the "you're right" part in the freaking subtitles.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great. let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street.
Probably there's a good
Citizen
reason
Brown?
for that.
Emmett?
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
Look, he's capable of doing great things without you.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous! Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too.
Well, you inspired him to
Inspired him, all right. Inspired him to
bad
turn Hill
things.
Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Well, here's the biggest reason of all, though. Doc's real wife is much cooler than you are. Oh, burn!
Not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Bingo! That's exactly what we needed.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past! Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment. Ha ha!
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out your exhaust, poor dear.
Oh,
Now that
my.
I'm escaping the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Mark, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here,
What's this?
clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Well, alright.
Please. I'll ruin you, Emmett! I run this town!
Oh boy, jeez. She needs to calm down and chill. Like, take a chill pill.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Woo! Ah, that music though! Ah! So good! I love this boat theme. Really, I do. I love that theme. And there's a lot of movie themes I really enjoy listening to, but that's definitely up there for me. And yes, it is the theme directly from the movie. Only they just, you know, kind of adjusted some settings so that way it would fit into the game more. But it's still as awesome as ever. Frankenstein, the man who made a
When I
monster.
last saw him, you, teenage you were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on the first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
What about it?
What about it?
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation.
That's
It was
just
all
wrong.
nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
But you're going to
You're
now.
going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspire me with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Whew!
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70-plus years. Once we get my younger self inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It can cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan,
The billions and billions guy?
the suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Well, let's go over to young Emmett and see if we can convince him to see Frankenstein. Because that movie is awesome, and we want our friend to experience awesome movies.
Michael, you do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Well, shoot, what can I say? In 1986.
You know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Yeah, well, girls aren't everything.
Yeah, well, girls are great and all, but don't get carried away. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, sure. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked the rocket car.
But
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
But don't give up on the rocket car, dude. It was a work in progress, man. Come on.
no, you were really onto something with the rocket car. You've just
The
gotta...
mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
But you've only had one date.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Corleone.
October 12th. Doc?
Oh boy, this can be a bigger problem than we imagined. Run, Marty, run! Run like the wind! We gotta run to the courthouse! Because there's things we need to talk about, and fast!
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna? Where can I find her?
Where do you think?
The expo, of
The
course.
DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Aha! Interesting. So I guess we're heading off to the expo to see stuff in the world of tomorrow! Such as cars of the future. Yeah, that sounds futuristic. Well, let's see what's happening here. Valley of the past. Oh, it takes place at the high school. Interesting.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Well, that says otherwise.
You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not? Good luck!
Well, actually, I'm going to need to check something real quick before I continue. Be right back in a sec. Alright everybody, I am back, and we are here at the expo. So let's explore around and check the expo out real quick. Jeez, my game keeps slowing down. Let's talk to
What
Doc.
does she have to say?
Edna? Oh, I haven't talked to her yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? We need to get those kids separated.
Well, okay then. I guess we'll just see what else is over here. Hill Valley at the past. And this is the
I
street.
should really talk to Edna before I go anywhere.
Jeez, okay. There's a truck over there. Is there anything in this said truck?
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Wait a minute. That guy, he looks familiar.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds!
Jeez, don't have to be
You
mean
got
about
official
it.
business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
No.
Oh my gosh, I recognize what he is now. He's that guy all the way back from episode 2 back in the speakeasy that wanted to keep trying to punch Marty. Jeez. Wow. Wonder what he's doing back here. He's in charge of this? Oh, Arthur McFly's here. Cool.
Hey, Artie. Officer.
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Alright. Edna,
it.
then.
B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but Oh, dear.
Mr. Corleone! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Well, preventing a terrible future.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Actually, no.
No.
Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter.
Wow.
Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
Well, first impressions are telling, but... yeah, we'll go with
those
that.
gut instincts are important. If you disliked him right off the bat.
Oh, but I didn't know him then. Now I know him inside and out.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Corleone, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Oh, wow.
a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Well, let's talk to Edna some more.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Corleone, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious. Just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
First of all, what's a mental alignment
What the
meter?
heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention! Measures a person's affinities. What he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
That actually does sound interesting,
And it really
though.
works?
Well, of course! What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Oh, okay. Well, Emmett's a chick
Rather hard
magnet?
for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
Well, you don't know
Say
him like
you know
I
him as a
do.
model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Interesting. But he stole a train!
One time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
And my vice
Emmett's done
principal
a
hates
lot
him.
of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
That's kind of ironic considering that, it's actually her brother. I guess it's good to see him.
You say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm not. He's a
I can't
heartbreaker.
help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
You sure about that? He has what's called a little black book.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Corleone.
Well,
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
yep, that was my sentiments exactly. Oh, hey, Trixie's here too.
You see my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Hey, vey. Well, are we gonna... Can we talk to Arthur now? Or is he
Hey,
gonna
Artie.
say the same thing?
Can't talk right now.
Okay. That's not gonna work then. Well, how about we talk to Trixie for a little bit? See what she's been up to.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
That's a good motto.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Well, what are you doing?
So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries.
Seems
and women
legit.
too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
Seems
I
legit.
never would. So, you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests, and on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Man, you got a nice gig here, Dan.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Artie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Well, Artie works here
So,
too?
Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
And what exactly does he do here?
What's Artie's job?
Oh, he's a real high muckety-muck at the expo. He's in charge of all the money and the hiring and firing.
Hey, not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, I'm glad you and Artie
Good to
are
see that
happy.
you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual, for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
Well, I'll talk to, Oh, can I not actually exit? Really? I guess I'm gonna keep talking to her for a little bit and make this video go a little bit longer. Why not?
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing, it's just, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm?
Yeah. I was actually going to end the video right here, but sure, I'll wait a little bit longer to do that while I finish the conversations here.
Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Audie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
So, wait, did I just ask this?
Whose idea was it to put
Okay, yeah.
Me.
I did just ask that. Well, I have to say this in order to move on, I think.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
Well, come on, help me
look,
out.
my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Well,
see you, Trixie.
see ya.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
That was quite a goodbye. I'll say that. Well, anyway, now I can finally end the video. Jeez. So, next time on Back to the Future the Game, we're going to report our findings back to Doc. And hopefully we can find some way to break Edna and young Emmett from seeing each other. That sounds like a plan to me, even though it sounds kind of evil. Not gonna lie, but it is for a better future, so I guess in a way it pays off in the end? Who knows? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. Also be sure to share this out with other people you might find will be interested in this. And also subscribe to see the rest of Back to the Future, the game, when it becomes available. There's going to be more Episode 4 coming, and eventually Episode 5 as we continue making our way through the game. So, I thank you all so very much for watching this, and stay classy. Bye-bye!